Benjamin Grosvenor is a pianist. He's 19 years old and has been tipped as the most important British pianist to emerge in decades. Back in 2004, he was the youngest finalist in the BBC's Young Musician of the Year competition at the age of 11.
On Friday, he'll become the youngest soloist to open the BBC Proms when he performs in front of a packed audience at the Royal Albert Hall. He's here with us this morning. Morning, Benjamin. Nice to see you. First, though, let's take a look back to 2004. Wow,
Still amazing,
that's incredible. It is, isn't it? And you were 11.
Only 11, yeah.
Only 11. When you look back on that, how does it feel?
It doesn't seem like me watching it, actually. But in some way, I enjoy listening to my very earliest performances most because I've forgotten the thought processes I went through in forming the interpretations. It's almost like listening to someone else play.
Would you play that very differently now, then?
I would. I've actually played that piece since, but especially with pieces I haven't played since, it's very enjoyable to listen to the early performances.
What's extraordinary is you look at that, you're 11, you'd been playing for 5 years. You didn't start piano until you were 6.
Yeah.
And to get to that level of skill in that length of time just seems remarkable.
Well, I put a lot of practice in.
Yeah.
I mean, I started at 6, and initially I wasn't very interested. My mum wanted me to play.
She's a piano teacher.
She's a piano teacher, yeah. And she started all my older brothers on an instrument around that age, and I chose the piano, I think, because it was the one I heard the most, because she was teaching on it all the time. And then when some kids at school started playing, I was spurred on by the sort of a competitive instinct, because I was afraid they were going to catch me up and overtake me. And so then I started putting in more work, and it was only at about 8 you realise I had some kind of talent for it.
And is it interesting here you use the word sort of thought processes, looking at that, and it was reminding you of the thought process that went into the playing. Now, what does that mean, the thought processes? What is running, it means that, what are you thinking when you're playing?
By the time it gets to the performance, a lot is kind of ingrained in muscle memory, but I mean, I put a lot of hours into that and a lot of thinking about every expressive detail I was going to use in the music.
Yes. OK, we're going to see a little bit more of you playing. This is from your new album, got a new album out at the moment. This is Chopin Nocturne in F sharp minor, major.
Major.
Here we go.
So, when you're playing that, what thought process, or when you're preparing, what are the thought processes you're doing? You're thinking, is there an emotion that's running through you? How do you approach it?
I suppose in preparation, it's really thinking about small details and how they come together to form a whole. But really, when it does become to a performance, you want to try and be in the state in which you're listening to what you're doing, trying to be detached from it, and try to although you're actually playing the piano, to experience it as if you're not, I suppose.
Yes. And on Friday, as we were saying, you will be the youngest performer, and you're playing Liszt.
Yes, this second concerto, which is a concerto I've wanted to play for a long time.
What do you like about it?
I like compared to his first concerto, it has a certain amount of sort of tenderness and lyricism.
It's more lyrical, isn't it?
More lyrical, I think, and also the piano is different Liszt wrote a lot of virtuosic piano music, which really showed off the piano. But in this piece, it actually takes kind of back seat sometimes. I think the most beautiful moment for me is when the cello enters with the melody, and the piano there is merely accompanying.
Most people would think, oh, 19 years old, playing first night of the prom is a bit daunting, but when we've seen you at the age of 11 doing it on TV, it's I was going to say it's child's play, but sorry. Yes, thank you very
Any
much.
nerves at all? Any nerves?
Yes, a little bit actually. But yeah, I
you need
know
some.
Might
the
help,
concerto. Well,
actually.
it might help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Lovely to see you.
wish
And
you
good
the
luck.
very best.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
You can watch Benjamin perform at the first night of the proms on Friday, 8 o'clock, BBC Two, and his album, Chopin, Liszt, Ravel, is out now.